Borthakur IAS Academy, an endeavor of excellence.
Borthakur IAS Academy.
Hello everyone, welcome to Borthakur's IAS Academy, Northeast's premier institute for UPSC, APSC and NPSC preparations. I'm your friend Atreyi, and today I'm here with another segment of Current Affairs 365 dated 18th of June 2021. Please like and share this video and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also follow us on Facebook as well as Instagram. So the first news of the day is about the Inland Vessel Bill of 2021. Recently, the Union Cabinet has approved the Inland Vessels Bill of 2021, which is going to replace the Inland Vessels Act of 1917 after it has been passed in the Parliament. A key feature of this bill is that it is a unified law for the entire country, and instead of any separate rules framed by the states. That means the certificate of registration which will be granted under the proposed law will be deemed valid in all states and union territories, and there will be no need to seek any separate permissions from the states. This bill provides for a central database for recording the details of vessel registration, crew on an electronic portal. All non-mechanically propelled vessels will also have to be enrolled at the district, taluk, panchayat or village levels. This bill, it also deals with the pollution control measures of inland vessels. So it directs the central government to designate a list of chemical substances as pollutants. Talking about the inland waterways, India has about 14,500 kilometers of navigable waterways, which comprises of rivers, canals, backwaters, creeks, etc. And as per the National Waterways Act of 2016, 111 waterways have been declared as national waterways. The longest national waterway in India is of a length of 1620 km, which is the national waterway number 1, Ganga Bhagirathi Hooghly River System, from Prayagraj to Haldia. Okay, and about 55 million tons of cargo is being moved annually by this inland water transport, which is a fuel efficient and environment friendly mode. Then what are the key steps which are taken in this particular bill? First is that the waterways will be linked to the eastern and western dedicated freight corridors, as well as the Sagarmala project, which aims to promote port-led direct and indirect development. Secondly, the provisions of the Indo-Bangladesh and Indo-Myanmar protocol, okay, which permits transshipment of goods through Bangladesh and Myanmar waters, in many cases are a continuum of India's inland waterways. Okay, so this will enable quicker shipments and deep market penetration in the northeastern part of our country. Inland Waterways Authority of India, it came into existence on 27th of October 1986. The main aim was to work for development and regulation of inland waterways for shipping and navigation. It primarily undertakes projects for development and maintenance of the inland water transport infrastructure on national waterways through the grants which are being received by the Ministry of Shipping. And this Inland Waterways Authority is headquartered at Noida, Uttar Pradesh. The second news is about Namami Gange program. Recently, an agreement was signed for development of 35 megaliters per day sewage treatment plant in Mahesthala, which is a city situated on the east bank of River Ganga in West Bengal under Namami Gange program. Namami Gange program is an integrated conservation mission which has been approved as a flagship program by the Union government in June 2014. The main aim here was to accomplish the twin objectives of effective abatement of pollution and conservation and rejuvenation of the national river Ganga. This program is being implemented by the National Mission for Clean Ganga and its state counterpart organizations, that is, state program management groups. And the main pillars of this program are sewage treatment infrastructure, riverfront development, river surface cleaning, biodiversity, afforestation, public awareness, industrial effluent monitoring and Ganga Gram. Now coming to the Ganga river system, the headwaters of the Ganga called Bhagirathi are fed by the Gangotri glacier and joined by Alakananda at Devprayag in Uttarakhand. At Haridwar, Ganga emerges from the mountains to the plains, and it is also joined by many tributaries from the Himalayas, a few of them being major rivers such as Yamuna, Ghagra, Gandak as well as Kosi. The next news is about the 8th ASEAN Defence Ministers Meeting Plus This is a platform for ASEAN and its 8 dialogue partners, and this particular news will be tagged under the GS paper 2 under subtopic groupings and agreements involving India and affecting India's interests. So here we will see the key points which our defense minister discussed, okay, in the meeting, and it were related to security and dispute resolution, then Act East policy, terrorism, cyber security, COVID-19, and also the humanitarian assistance and disaster relief operation. So first one being security and dispute resolution. Here India called for an open and inclusive order in Indo-Pacific region based upon respect for sovereignty and territorial integrity of the nations. Also, it supports freedom of navigation, overflight and the unimpeded commerce in the international waterways, including the South China Sea. India hopes that the Code of Conduct negotiations will lead to outcomes that are in keeping with international law, including the United Nations Convention on the Law of Sea. India also stressed on peaceful resolutions of disputes through dialogue and adherence to international rules and laws, and it feels the need for new systems to address the emerging challenges to international peace and security. Then coming to the Act East policy, the key element of Act East policy, we all know it is to promote economic cooperation, cultural ties and develop the strategic relationship with the countries in Indo-Pacific region. And this will be done through continuous engagement at the bilateral, regional and multilateral levels. Then talking about terrorism, India called for collective operation to fully disrupt terror organizations and their networks. As a member of the Financial Action Task Force, India remains committed to combat financing of terrorism. FATF, it is the global money laundering and terrorist financing watchdog, okay. Then globally available patent-free vaccines, unhindered supply chains and greater global medical capacities are some of the lines of efforts that India has suggested for a combined effort during COVID-19 pandemic. Along with that, India remains one of the first to respond in times of distress in the immediate as well as extended neighborhood. And as a founding member of the Heads of Asian Coast Guard Agencies meeting, India seeks to enhance capacity building through collaboration in areas of maritime search and rescue. Coming to ASEAN centrality, India shares a deep connection with the ASEAN nations and has continued its active engagement in many areas, contributing to regional peace and stability, particularly through some mechanisms such as the East Asia Summit, ASEAN Regional Forum and the ASEAN Defense Ministers Meeting Plus. Okay, the India-ASEAN strategic partnership, it has been strengthened by virtue of flourishing cultural and civilizational links, which has enhanced people-to-people cooperation. Now coming to this meeting of the Defense Ministers Plus, okay, the second ASEAN Defense Ministers meeting in 2007 at Singapore adopted a resolution to establish the ADMM Plus. The first ADMM Plus was convened at Hanoi, Vietnam in the year 2010. And Brunei is the chair of the ADMM Plus Forum for the year 2021. It is an annual meeting of the defense ministers of 10 ASEAN countries and 8 dialogue partner countries. Okay. Here, the main aim of this meeting is to promote mutual trust and confidence between defense establishments through greater dialogue and transparency. And here, the areas of cooperation includes maritime security, counter-terrorism, then humanitarian assistance and disaster relief, peacekeeping operations as well as military medicines. The next news is about improving employability of the youth. Recently, the Ministry of Labour and Employment along with UNICEF, they have signed a statement of intent to improve employment outcomes for the youth in our country. As per the census of 2011, every 5th person in India is a youth. That means they belong to the age group of 15 to 24 years. Now, what is the main purpose of this collaboration? It intends to provide a platform for cooperation between the ministry as well as UNICEF in order to leverage the existing mainstreamed initiatives of both parties in some selected states. This will also co-create and implement solutions at scale to tackle the employment and skilling challenges for adolescents and youth in India, with a main focus on the vulnerable populations. The areas of collaboration includes connecting young people with employment opportunities, upskilling of young people as per 21st century skills like life skills, financial skills, digital skills, etc. Then strengthening national career service, which is one of the most important focus, okay, and supporting direct dialogue and establishment of a feedback mechanism between the youth as well as policy stakeholders. Now, what is this National Career Service? It was launched in the year 2015 within the umbrella of the e-governance plan. And this is a one-stop solution which provides a wide array of employment and career-related services to the citizens of our country. The nodal ministry here is the Ministry of Labour and Employment, and the NCS project, it reaches out to people of our country through three essential pillars. They are a well-designed ICT-based portal, which is the NCS portal, then countrywide setting up of model career centers, and interlinkage with all the states through employment exchanges. Now, let us talk about UNICEF's initiative Yuva, which is India chapter of Generation Unlimited, that is Gen U. It was born in the year 2018, and Gen U is a global multi-stakeholder platform that aims to prepare our young generation to make a transition to productive work and active citizenship. And by 2030, Yuva aims the following things: building pathways for 100 million young people to aspirational economic opportunities, facilitate around 200 million young people to gain relevant skills for productive lives and future of work, and thirdly, to partner with around 300 million young people as change makers. This will create spaces for developing their leadership qualities. Along with this initiative, there are some other steps also which are taken by government for improving the employability of youth. It includes the National Youth Policy of 2014, then Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program, which was introduced initially in 2008 for generation of employment opportunities. Then Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, it was launched in 2015 for providing loans up to rupees 10 lakhs to the non-corporate, non-farm or the small micro enterprises. It was a focus on self-employment. Then we also have the Pradhan Mantri Rozgar Protsahan Yojana, okay, and along with that we have seen increased public expenditure on schemes like Manrega, Pandit Dindayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushal Yojana, which are run by the Ministry of Rural Development, right? And other flagship programs which have the potential to generate employment, it includes the Smart City Mission, Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation, then industrial corridors, etc. Next, we have the World Competitiveness Index of 2021. According to the World Competitiveness Yearbook, India has maintained 43rd rank on the annual competitiveness index. Okay, so this World Competitiveness Yearbook was first published in the year 1989, and it is compiled by the Institute for Management Development. It provides extensive coverage of 64 economies, and this year the IMD has examined the impact of COVID-19 on economies all around the world. It measures the prosperity and competitiveness of countries by examining four main factors, which are economic performance, government efficiency, business efficiency, as well as infrastructure. Now, let us have a look at the top global performers. The European countries, they have displayed regional strength in the World Competitiveness Index, okay, with the following ranks. Switzerland is at the first rank, followed by Sweden second, Denmark third, and the Netherlands fourth. The top performing Asian economies are in this following order. Singapore stands at 5th, followed by Hong Kong 7th, Taiwan 8th, and China 16th. Singapore was at the first position in last year, that is 2020's World Competitiveness Index. Others includes the United Arab Emirates and the United States of America, which remains in their same spots as last year, that is 9th and 10th respectively. Now, if we have a closer look at the India's performance, then among the BRICS nation, India has ranked second with a 43rd rank after China, which is at 16th position, okay, and it has been followed by Russia, Brazil, as well as South Africa. Among the four indices which were judged, okay, which were considered, India's ranking in government efficiency has increased to 46 from 50 a year ago, while its ranking in other parameters like economic performance, business efficiency, and infrastructure, it remained almost the same. The improvements in government efficiency is mostly due to relatively stable public finances, Despite all the difficulties which are brought by the pandemic in 2020, government deficit has stayed at 7%, and the government also provided support and subsidies to the private companies. Now let us see what India has done in order to increase its competitiveness. Firstly, government has introduced the production-linked incentive schemes, in various sectors, which will enhance India's manufacturing capabilities and exports. And secondly, Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. The 5 pillars of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan are economy, infrastructure, system, vibrant demography, and demand. So this was all for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this is going to be useful. Please like and share, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'll see you all again tomorrow with another session of Current Affairs 365 only on Borthakur's IAS Academy, Northeast's premier institute for UPSC, APSC and NPSC preparations. Till then, take care, keep learning. Bye-bye.
Borthakur IAS Academy. প্ৰস্তুতি আৰু অধ্যয়নৰ নিৰ্ভৰযোগ্য ঠিকনা।
Borthakur IAS Academy.